today's video, we're going to be doing it on a 1978 300D W123. As you can see, the car's finished in a color called Surf Blue, which wasn't commonly available here in South Africa. It looks really stunning, I think. And what we'll be doing is we'll be doing a quick walk around. I'll be chatting about the car and the specifications of it, and then I'll take it for a drive, and Bella will take it for a drive too. So yeah, that's how the video goes. So starting off walking around, if you've followed the channel, you'll see we've done a lot of road tests on W123s. What's really nice on this is that it's got the standard mud flaps. These over here are the Mercedes specified ones. Very rare these days. Most of them, because obviously of their position, they've been sitting there for the last 50 odd years and being pummeled by stones. Not a lot of them survive. These are still in really good condition, so that stands out for me in the car. And of course here on South African ones, this is the standard spec on all W123s built in South Africa. I know the ones in Europe would have had the rubber piece here at the end. This is the standard W123 bumper on all South African built 123s. They were built here, of course, from 77 through until 86 were the last ones. So after the 124 was launched elsewhere, we were still getting 123s here. Like the way the beadings look. A lot of these get dented in these older cars, and this actually looks really nice still in this one. Being the early spec as well, I see it does have the rear seat belts that were an option in these earlier ones. This car does have that. It has got the earlier MB text, which is a slightly broader panel than the later ones. I love the MB text. I mean, it just lasts and far more durable than the leather. Got the medical kit in the back. It's got the rubber overlay mats that were also an option here. And just looking at it, the door pockets are still intact. Really nice looking car actually. Nice dashboard. Aircon as well. And Bella, the aircon works in this. You've been driving this car for a couple of days. This is one of Bella's cars, by the way. And you've been driving this for a few days. And aircon works.
Haven't tried it, but it does work.
Oh, okay.
It's been very cold, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Heater works very nicely.
Which is important when it's like, 5 degrees.
Yeah.
And the Becker as well?
It works.
Yeah, so a Becker radio cassette. That would have been an option on South African built ones as well. I see it's done about 240,000 Ks.
And the vacuum shut-off still works.
Oh, that's really nice. A lot of the diesels, if you've watched, I've actually done a tutorial on how they've been bypassed, and I'll share a link as well in the description to that video. But there's a lot of the vacuum system in these cars is very simple, but sometimes people don't worry about finding parts, and they come up with all kind of MacGyver techniques on turning the car off, because it works with vacuum basically. As you open it up, as you turn off the key, it opens up a vacuum system that shuts off the diesel pump. And I've had the worst I've had was one that with a pipe that came out of here where the seatbelt comes in, and it came out here. When you wanted to turn off the car, you had to turn your head and suck on that pipe, and it switched off the engine. This is still intact and works beautifully. Let me open up the bonnet. Let's have a quick look inside there. 123s always have a very nice boot as well. Okay, this one, as I say, it's been in use, but it gives you an idea of the size of the boot. It's very usable. Let's pop open the bonnet, and to open a bonnet on all 123s, a legacy of them being designed to be predominantly left-hand drive would be on this side. They didn't move that over to the right-hand side on a right-hand drive car, unfortunately. But as with a lot of other Mercedes, 126s as well, also on that side. It's only 124s as well, also on that side. Yeah. It's only later that they moved it over. So yeah, you can see OM617. Here's the old York air compressor that is still working, as you can see there. The cars do come with power steering. I think here in South Africa it was really standardized from about 79 onwards, if I'm not mistaken, across the range. It's very few that I've come across that don't have. And in fact, it was only the 240D, as far as I know, that didn't have right in the beginning, or that it was optional. But yeah, a lot of space in the engine bay. I absolutely love these cars. Firstly, the OM617 is such a durable motor. There's so stories online of these things getting to millions and millions of kilometers, and I've had a lot of 123s with this engine in, so I know them intimately. And well, they're not the quietest engine or most refined, but they're certainly a hell of a durable car or durable engine, and very simple, very easy to work on. It doesn't require much maintenance beyond adjusting the lifters every 10 or 20,000 k's, or the tappets rather, and just servicing it. You know, what I like doing with them is doing that oil change every 5,000 k's, and the filter every 10, and just looking after them. If you see something that's abnormal, if you see the temperature not where it always has been, or if you find that it's starting differently or different sound, or just get it sorted out. They're really easy to work on and very, very durable and fast enough. There's also a short on this channel. If you go to look at it, I had a 300D last year, a manual one, where I do an acceleration from 80 to 120, and it's really not as slow as you'd think. So yeah, a really nice car. I see it's got a body blanket, or a bonnet blanket on here as well. The lights still look good. $1978, that would be what, 47 years old?
Almost 50 now.
Almost 50, yeah. Looks good for a 50-year-old car, almost, yeah?
Sure.
Also nice tyres. I think before we take it for a drive, have a look at where we're located. Beautiful view here. There's a Airbnb here. On the same premises as the old Mercar warehouse. The old Mercar warehouse is just behind those trees there. And yeah, beautiful Airbnb called Over the Edge. I'll share a link in the description to that as well. So if you're ever down in PE and you want to stay in this sort of environment, we're about 10 minutes from town. But look at it. Absolutely magnificent and a great place to stay, and very well priced as well. Let's take it for a drive. So as we go along Lakeside Road here, I've just the first thing that strikes me about this particular example is how solid the suspension feels. A lot of them, need tire ends or need what is this, a bee inside here? Maybe.
Wasp.
Or wasp. But this doesn't. I mean, this really feels nice and solid. It feels like a 123 should. I've owned so many of these cars, these 300Ds, and as I was saying earlier in the walk around, I absolutely love them. I mean, for me it's fast enough. I always thought if you want to drive a fast car, buy a fast car. But certainly this is more than adequate to keep up with traffic and do longer trips in. And if you're looking at a 40 or 50-year-old car, they're significantly more economical than the petrols, and obviously a lot more durable with a lot less hassles. So I thought I'd bring you to a different part of Chelsea today. And we're currently in Crockett-Carver Road. You see we're coming up to Royalston Wildlife Estate here, a residential estate here on the left-hand side. Really beautiful. Probably 10-15 minutes away from PE. So windy today here with this cold front coming, but yeah, it's exactly what I would think it should be. Great cars. 59 kilowatts is what these early ones had. That changed in 1979 to 64 kilowatts, but these early owned 617s were 59 kilowatts and 172 newton meters of torque. Top speed off the top of my head was around 150 k's an hour on the 300Ds. And 0 to 100, well, you got there. Jokes aside, I think it was about 19 or something seconds. But you must bear in mind that when this engine was launched back in the early 70s in the W115 as the 240D 3 litre, it was the fastest diesel production car in the world. So yeah, standards have obviously moved on, and today's diesels are a very different prospect to this. But one thing that stands, and that's the durability of these engines and the simplicity of it. And I've always, in all my videos, for me, simplicity is king. The car that you can fix with a stone and a piece of wire next to the road, for me, is the ultimate car. Not that happens, but if it does, that's what you want to be able to do. Coming up to Carl's Corner here, it's a little restaurant called Elephant Walk, a little garage and a shopping centre. What do you think, Paul? Should we go down this way?
I think so.
Yeah. This is obviously Seaview Road again, but right up from where we normally join it in the videos, probably about 10-15 kilometers up. And I know we did do one of the videos in this little village we're getting to now, which is Seaview. But yeah, I mean, it pulls away nicely, this car.
It does, eh?
The gear shift is beautiful.
Smooth.
Very, very smooth. It's actually really nice, the gear shift.
Yeah. No, like, jerking you or anything.
Yeah, absolutely not. And I mean, we've shared a lot of reels. If you are on Facebook, you've got to follow the Old Burkout Facebook page. Between it and my beautiful old Mercedes group on Facebook, I have around 720,000 followers there, and all fanatics of the brand. I try to keep advertising on it to a minimum. So it's just interesting stuff that I share on old Mercedeses. So if you're on Facebook, be sure to follow the Old Burkout Facebook page and my beautiful old Mercedes group, where you can obviously share your own cars and your own experience with these beautiful old cars. I can't remember the points I was trying to make. But anyway, yeah, if you're on Facebook, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. If you're on Facebook, you would have seen I've shared a lot of reels on this car, and yeah, it's just a really nice example. Billy, you've been working through it significantly over the last few months. What sort of stuff have you been doing?
Some of the stuff was all the carpets inside I changed.
Okay.
So not the ones that go like
Not the overlay mats.
Yeah, not the mats. All of those.
Yeah.
Then fixed a few oil leaks.
Okay.
Yeah, tap and cover gasket, the front crank seal. What else? Fixed a few small things here and there. We did respray it. I picked this colour. It's an original colour for 123s.
I love it, eh?
It's really nice. And it goes nicely with the cream interior. The blue and cream. Yeah, I also restored the headlights and the grille.
Okay.
With that darker grey. And yeah, we didn't have to do any mechanical work.
Okay. Suspension, you didn't do anything on it?
Nothing.
So here you can see we're coming up to Seaview. This then goes around, and the old Burkout warehouse will be down there. You see how it accelerates past here. Okay, so from 60. Oh, that's effortless, 60 to 80.
Yeah.
You know. The one thing I find with these old diesels, you know, you always expect them to be so slow, and if you, providing you're going with that mentality, and you think, okay, you know, it's like walking but a little bit faster, you're always going to be surprised with the performance that they actually do have.
True.
And of course, you know, as I've said before, the braking system and the suspension and all of that is identical to a 280E. So there's a lot of redundancy there. I mean, there's 4 discs all around, exactly the same brakes as a 280E that had 200 kilometer an hour performance. Oh, nice old Randy, huh? Well, look how choppy the seas are. Well, the sea is. I was looking at the weather last night. They're speaking about 7 or 8 meter waves. The swells today.
Oh my word. Not a day for the beach.
Not a day for the beach at all, yeah. I mean, look at that. Beautiful little spot here, sea view. Little village, 20 k's out of PE. Really a suburb of PE. It's got a police station, a spa, a couple of nice restaurants. And you're right here on the sea. I think what we do before we wrap up the video, let's just clear sea view here. And then we can do like an 80 to 100, 120. I don't know, does it do 120?
I don't like to push it too hard.
Okay. Well, let's see how it goes from 80 to like 100. The speed limit is 100 here.
Yeah.
They do 120, of course. The top speed's around 150, but
even my own one, I don't push too
yeah,
hard.
Bella doesn't like pushing her car, so as she kindly provided this one for the video, I won't drive it like a savage. Do you like sea view?
Not too bad, eh?
No, it's a nice spot. It's one of the few spots in PE where you're actually on the sea.
Yeah. Not good if you have a 123 though.
No. Or any other car, for
Yeah.
that matter. It needs to be garaged.
Or any like metal in your house. Even
Yeah.
computer parts will rust.
I remember thinking maybe 10 years ago moving to a place out here, and we viewed it in the morning and it had been clean, and we came back. I think I viewed it in the morning and then I came back with my wife a couple of hours later, and the windows were just, you couldn't even see through them
Sure.
from the sea spray. Okay, so this is a bit of an incline here. My foot is by no means flat and it pulls nicely. Let's go here from we've got to slow down here anyway with this turn off to Kitty Bay. Okay, so we're doing 80 here. Okay, let me pull away. 90. There we go. That's livable. And it feels like it wants to carry on even though there's a bit of a hill here. So even on the hill, okay, let's see that for interest's sake without kicking down. So I'm doing 100, there's a hill just under 100. Let me get it up to 100. Let me accelerate. 102, 103. It's going. 110, there we go. Okay, with the car in front of us, I'll be slowing down. And you had nice sharp brakes as well. As I said, discs all round. A beautiful car. Bells, for those thinking of buying a old diesel Mercedes like a 240D, 300D, what do you suggest there?
I think either one is nice, and if you prefer automatic, that's also fine. The manuals are nice. Autos, they are a bit slower, but they also are nice to drive. So you won't go wrong with any diesel engine or
Okay, let me overtake
transmission.
here, let's just see.
Sure.
Or maybe not.
Nah.
Guy keeps braking.
We can just take it easy.
Yeah, we just take it easy. Okay, so just getting back to what you were saying. Is it something you would suggest people would consider
Yeah.
in comparison to a petrol one? I mean, you've got a lot of experience as well. You've owned basically all the 123s at some point,
Yeah.
all the different engines.
My favorites are the diesel ones and the 200.
Okay, why the 200?
It's also nice and simple, and it goes nicely. It doesn't feel slow.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got one, and it's just very reliable. There's no fuel pump relays or anything that you have to worry about. The electric fuel pumps, you don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's just simplicity is king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just go there and it starts instantly.
Yeah.
I've had 230Es where you'll try start and then the fuel pump will sound a little bit weird and then it won't want to start.
Yeah. No, for me as well, it's really the diesels or it's the 200 that are the ones to get.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bella's taken over driving here. What do you think, Bells? You've driven this car extensively.
Yeah, quite a lot. It's nice to drive. It's relaxing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
We were just chatting, these early OM617s, they had all of 59 kilowatts, but it did have 172 newton meters of torque at around 2,400 revs. So yeah, but by no means a rocket ship, but certainly makes steady, reliable progress.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Especially in automatic, it's not that different to like a 240D in manual, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you yourself,
Yeah. Feels about the same.
as your 240D. But your 240D is, of course, manual, as you said.
Yeah. So 300Ds in manual, I guess they're a bit faster.
Yeah, I
automatic.
know they are. Let me put on the aircon and just see how much power that saps out, if any.
Well,
Does it?
I think it does.
Well, let's see there. Okay, so the aircon's on.
We've had the heater blasting.
Let me just open that up. Oh, that's nice, ice cold air coming out there now.
Yeah, works nicely.
Nicely, yeah. Okay, and power? Did you find that had a big effect?
Not really.
Not really, yeah. See, it's the torque.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at least that works still. But this is not the day for an aircon.
Yeah.
So let me turn that off. Get the heater back on. Yeah, it's this huge cold front arriving here in Nelson Mandela Bay today. Yesterday was flooding in Cape Town. You can see the winds picked up a lot. And yeah, we're going down Lakeside Road in Chelsea here. Beautiful area in P. It's a bit different to the route we normally take. Turn off Old CV Road and come into Lakeside here. A lot of small holdings, semi-rural. And we just thought we'd take a different drive.
Yeah, this one's still very solid. There's no suspension knocks or noises.
Yeah, that's really what struck me as well.
Yeah.
The suspension really seems in order.
It's very good still.
Very nice, Bells. That wraps up that video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoy these sort of videos on the channel, please subscribe. We try and put one out once a week, and of course Bella is my daughter, and I own Old Merca, I do spares, and I'm Kian. So for today's YouTube video, so in this video I've got a beautiful 1977 300D that I'm going to be taking for a drive. For today's video we've got a beautiful 1978 Mercedes W123 300D Auto that we'll be doing a video on. Absolutely beautiful car. It's finished in surf blue, which is a very rare color here in South Africa. It has been resprayed, but